When I heard about Shane Mosley versus Joshua Clottey, I thought that, man, this is some straight bullshit, man. I mean, I'm gonna tell you why, man. Why does Shane Mosley have to fight a guy who is coming off of a loss? Okay, the guy just lost a match and he gets a title shot against Shane Mosley. Now, do people really not want to fight Shane Mosley this bad that he has to wait all this time to get a fight, and then the only fight that he can get is against a guy who lost his last match? I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. And the reason why I'm really doing this is just a little, just getting this off my chest, man, because some people came at me, about my Pacquiao Cotto video that I did and asked me why I decided to go the corruption route. Why did I talk about, there was going to be some blind judges and all that? The reason why I do this, man, is because boxing seems to do things backwards at times. I love the sport. I'm still a diehard fan, but sometimes they do things backwards, okay? A guy is being rewarded. Does the championship really not mean anything? That we're going to get a guy in there who just lost a match? Okay, and the reason why I went the corruption route with the Pacquiao Cotto vid is because, man, I'm expecting something, man. I'm not saying that, I'm not guaranteeing that something like that is going to happen, but I do know for a fact that if it's a close fight, that Cotto's not going to win it. I know that if he doesn't knock him out, he's not going to win. That's one thing I can tell you. Unless it's just the obvious beatdown, which I don't think is going to be, then Cotto has no chance to win this fight. I mean, you guys know that. I mean, I'm hoping that something like that doesn't happen, but still, I just think that that's the way it's going to go, because they're trying to set up for this Mayweather Pacquiao fight, which is the best fight that can be made right now. So, you guys asked me. I'm not gonna say, I can't remember the name of this disrespectful motherfucker who left me these comments and shit like that. But listen, man, he went on to talk about how I don't know shit about how the business works. I was upset because of Cotto being taken advantage of as far as how much money that he was gonna get, because they were trying to give the man 30% or something like that, and then they ended up giving him 35. I said that I felt that he deserved 40, and this guy's talking about, oh, you don't know shit because the market gave him what the market, knew he was worth or whatever. But you talking about the market and all this, but guess what, buddy? Boxing doesn't really know how to market, man. If you haven't figured that out by now, then you don't know shit, man. Because look at it like this, man. And I hate to bring the UFC into this, man, but I got to do this. And some other people have talked about this, man. Our undercards, man, are terrible, man. And we don't promote the undercards, okay? We only promote the big fight. We only promote the Pacquiao versus the Cotto. We don't promote the fights that are on the undercard like the UFC does. The UFC will put on a program and they will show you all the undercard fights and talk about both fighters and what they've done in their career and all that, and then they'll talk about the main event at the end of it. This is something that boxing needs to do, man, because it'll make you. There's times I've ordered UFC events just because of that show that shows the undercard fights, and I'll order it because I'm like, okay, this is worth ordering because I can see there's more than one fight that I have to look forward to. With boxing, you never know. If you're not really a diehard fan, you might not order the fight unless it's your particular fighter or whatever, because you never know. It could be one round and you paid $50 for one round and you didn't even watch any of the undercard fights because you don't even know who the people are. You don't even care about them. So that's the thing about marketing. You want to talk about marketing and I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, well then you obviously can't see that there's a problem with marketing in boxing, okay? And another thing why I brought up the corruption is because judges have been doing this shit, man. They did it with Berto Colazo. This is all recent stuff. This has been going on for years and years. But Berto Colazo, then you had the bogus judge who gave Cotto the fight it was a ridiculous scorecard, like 118 and 111. Then you had this fight with Paulo Malignaggi where he controlled the fight and he set the pace of the fight and he outboxed Juan Diaz. And even though Juan Diaz is more of my favorite in this, fuck that, man. Paulo Malignaggi won that fight clearly, man. He outboxed him and he made him fight his fight. Juan Diaz struggled to get his punches off, and he knew at the end of the fight that he lost. You saw the look before they announced the winner of the fight. You saw the look. You saw his face, man. He knew he lost the fight. But anyway, this is the type of thing that goes on, man. So if you guys, who are leaving me these disrespectful comments, some are from the Philippines. Not really a lot of them. There's some of them who just say, "Oh, well, you're just talking shit about Pacquiao, but you don't want to give him credit." That's not it. It's not that I don't want to give him credit, but I understand how this business has been working lately, man. Everything is about Hollywood. Everything is about making a specific fighter, which Manny Pacquiao is like the face, one of the main faces of boxing right now. Of course, they're gonna try to make him look as best as they can. Okay, now they tried to give smaller gloves. They tried to get him to fight at 143. They tried different things to make it an advantage for Manny Pacquiao, and that's the reason why I said that, man, because it's obvious what they're trying to do here, man. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to give Manny Pacquiao any credit if he wins the fight convincingly, but if it's a close fight and I see a ridiculous scorecard, then I want the same motherfucker who left me them disrespectful comments. I want you to come back and I want you to talk to me then, okay? Because I'm not saying that there's 100% guarantee that something like this is going to happen. I'm saying look out for a possibility of something like this happening, okay? Because, like I say, the biggest fight that can be made, Mayweather versus Pacquiao, they're going to protect that, which they really don't need to, because if you think about it like this, nobody ever really talks about what would happen if Mayweather loses, and then if Pacquiao loses, then you got to do Marquez versus Cotto, which will be an exciting fight, and then you can still get Mayweather versus Pacquiao. So that's just my little short rant on that, man. The Shane Mosley shit is bullshit, man. I don't think it's like, what is Shane Mosley? What more does the man have to do? Why is it that he can't seem to get going? What do you guys think? Why can't he get those big money fights? Why isn't he a pay-per-view attraction? Why is he not being promoted the right way? Or what is it? I mean, it's like everything is backwards, man. It's about who's a star, and it's not about who the boxers that are actually good and who actually have good skills. And I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao's not good. He's one of my favorite fighters as well. Cotto is my favorite fighter as well. These three guys are like my favorite. Shane Mosley, Pacquiao, Cotto, and when Mayweather's not acting crazy and when he actually fights and doesn't run like he did against Carlos Baldomir, these are my favorite guys, man. But why do some of them get better treatment than others? Is it backwards, or am I just tripping? You guys let me know. Leave me your comments. I really want to know what you guys think about this, man. All right? You guys be easy, man.